All right. First, I just have to say this out loud. Hot Breath, the song, was just like any other song of mine where I like to write about love. And in this case, Hot Breath was inspired through a situationship that I was in, okay? And it was on and off, and I felt the need to write about that last moment that you might have in a relationship where you both meet up one last time and really just hit it off, or you don't. And it can go both ways. It can either be toxic or it can be, mutual and respectful. But in this case, Hot Breath seems like it's more of a toxic, spicy situation between two people who can't seem to be apart from each other. And so you can interpret it any way you want, really. I interpret it as that one last moment that you have with someone before you part ways forever. So Hot Breath music video was something I always wanted to do, and I just never was able to figure out what I wanted to do for the video itself. I knew it was supposed to be a dark visual, and so I finally came to with just an idea of like silhouettes, two silhouettes, connecting with one another, and it kind of all came natural and fell into place naturally. And we didn't really plan originally what was going to happen. I originally was going to shoot this video in my garage, but my brother has access to a studio, and so we set up in the studio and just kind of freestyled the video. There was really no written out storyboard. Usually I'll storyboard, and this scenario wasn't storyboard, it was freestyle. But I told the guys behind the camera, let's make this artistic, let's have fun with it, and you guys do your thing. So they direct it and set up the photography and all that kind of stuff, and I kind of just went with the flow. But yeah, I knew I wanted it to be silhouetted, and so it is. Why? Because I wanted it to be mysterious. I wanted the video to be mysterious, and I wanted people to be able to interpret the video the way they want to, and not so much have a story to it, And it's funny because I shared the video with a few people at work, and each one of them interpreted it differently. And so that's what I was going for, because the song itself is the song, but when you put a visual to the song, it builds more of a story. And in this case, since it's silhouetted, the story can be open-ended. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I thought it was cool when we were shooting the video, since it was a freestyle music video. Dalton, a guy behind the camera on set, had an idea to set up a screen for the silhouette shots, because I kept saying I want silhouette shots of the female and the male. And so he pulled out this screen, and they hit the lights on it in a way that it made the silhouette, but it still illuminated the borders with color. And so, yeah, I thought that was like a really impressive take on what I was going for, because it could have just been, a silhouette on a backdrop, but more so it's on the screen, and I think it gives it texture and like makes it more bold in a way. So I thought that was a really cool shot that we decided to go ahead with. I love all of the shots in the videos. More specifically, I do like the shots that are offset and that aren't in the studio, which would be the shots where we're in a bed. And I just think they were very organic and in the moment. And I didn't know how I was going to place them in the video after we shot the studio scenes, but I was able to build them in the way I did. And I just think they were necessary for the video, because without them, I feel like the video would just feel like a studio shot video, but bringing them in makes it feel organic and real and true to the story that I'm telling in the lyrics. So yeah, those shots are my favorite for sure. They're sexy too. I really love the lyrics that I wrote for Hot Breath that go, we're just two fish lost in this big ass bowl. And the reason why is because it's such it's a simple lyric, it's a simple concept, but it's also deep at the same time because metaphorically speaking, we are just humans on this earth and there really is no escape. And if you think about a fish lost in a bowl, the fish is just living its life in this little circle and it can't really escape it, so it has to deal with it. And so I feel like those lyrics like dive deep, and if you really think about them, they can be powerful and make you really either get upset or get inspired, because that's just what it is. It's the reality of our life. We're just humans on this planet dealing with relationships, love, heartbreak, death, life, fear, happiness, and we all exist in this sphere. Yeah.